and the woman through her belly.
That's right, man. You got both of them at the same time. Read.
So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel.
That's right. Go ahead.
And those that died in the plague were 24,000.
24,000, man. That's what he's relating to in the Apocrypha. Tell me this don't go together. I just wanted to bring that in to show you how he's relating what Maccabeus did in killing both of them, by him killing that man and that woman at the same time. Now jump to verse 49 and verse 1 Maccabees to the second chapter.
First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 49. Now when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, Now have pride and rebuke God in strength, and the time of destruction, and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
That's right, man. He's getting ready to die. Mattathias getting ready to die, and he's giving instruction to his sons. Jump to verse 66.
Verse 56.
66.
Verse 66. As for Judas Maccabeus, he hath been mighty and strong, even from his youth up. Let him be your captain, and fight the battle of the people.
See, Judas Maccabeus, he was a great warrior. See, let him be over you to fight the battles, to be in charge of the army. Go ahead.
Take also unto you all those that observe the law, and avenge ye the wrong of your people.
That's right, man. Take those that are zealous of the law of the Most High. This is how you're going to win. That's why you don't need to be rolling with nobody that don't believe in the laws of the Most High. Because how you going to win battles, we fighting spiritual battles with someone that don't believe in the laws of the Most High, that want to compromise on the laws of the Most High. How you going to win, bring down them strongholds in the wiles of the devil when you're dealing with people that don't believe in the laws of the Most High? All you'll do is fall into the devil's trap. Because they're already possessed with them. They're already dealing with them. Because they don't believe in the Most High. How you believe in the Most High and say you ain't got to follow his laws? It's going to say, get those that are zealous of the law of the Most High. And you're going to see the power that they will receive. 1 Maccabees 3:45.
1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 45. Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. There was none of her children that went in or out. The sanctuary also was trodden down. And aliens kept a strong hold. The heathen had their habitation in that place.
Slow down, Mark. You're reading too fast.
And joy was taken from Jacob, and the pipe with the harp ceased.
Right. So it says, now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. I mean, they had just wiped our city pretty much out as far as everybody, that's believing. A lot of us had to go into what they call the catacombs. And we built underground cities, burial grounds, and places where we would meet, running from the persecution that we were going through. And it says Jerusalem was desolate. Nobody was going in, nobody was coming out. The sanctuary also was trodden down, and aliens kept the stronghold. Were these the so-called Mexicans? Ain't that who they call the aliens? Let's say who these aliens that kept the stronghold is. Because y'all know, somebody always falsely identify somebody else with a name that they are. You understand? Let's see who these aliens are. Go to Lamentations 4 and 22. We're going to go to Lamentations 5 and 1. Let's see who these aliens are. Let's say aliens hit the stronghold. Lamentations right after Jeremiah. The book of Jeremiah, but it's Lamentations. Jeremiah was a crying prophet, crying to the Most High for all the abominations that he's done amongst the children of Israel. Read that.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
See, the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
So this got to be talking about now. This is the last captivity that we have to be under. Not during the time of Jeremiah, because come on, we hadn't even came over on slave ships yet. They hadn't came over here to the Americas and took us on slave ships and sailed us over to Europe and all the other places that they sailed us to, you see? So, this is not talking about during the Jeremiah story, he's talking about a prophecy of the future we can relate to. Because who's the end of the world? And who's the beginning of it that follow? Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob's the beginning of it that follow. So he said he's going to carry us no more into captivity. This is our last captivity. Right here. What we serving right now. B.
He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom.
So now the subject matter, he said he's going to visit the iniquity, the wickedness of the Edomites, the so-called Caucasian race. Read.
He will discover thy sin.
He's going to look at what they have done. He's going to discover their sins. Read on.
Into chapter 5.
Come on.
Remember, O Most High, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach.
So it says, remember, O Most High, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Come on. Consider our disgrace. What has happened to us, the children of Israel. Read.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. What does that mean? Our lands are given to strangers. That's what he's saying. Now, we got to look at that, because the Most High gave us the lands that we occupied. What lands were that? What two lands did we occupy? Yes?
Judah and Ephraim?
Say again?
Judah and Ephraim?
No. What two lands did we occupy that he gave us, that the Most High, that we were in? We're in two lands, two different lands. Come on, where the tribes was at? Where the Israel was at, man?
America?
Yeah, and where else?
Africa? Or
We're in Israel.
Middle East?
I mean, who got our lands? Who's in our lands?
Ishmael?
Huh?
Ishmael, Edom?
Yeah, it's Edom. Edom is there. I mean, that's a lot of them, you know, that's who they are. Look at, go to Ezekiel 11 and verse 16. Let me see if that's what I want. Wait a minute. No, that's not what I want. Let me see. No, it's we already went there. Go to Ezekiel 7:24 again. Read that.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, and verse 24. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen. They shall possess their houses.
See, they shall possess their houses. Where we living at? Read.
I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease.
You're going to make the pomp of the strong to cease, man. We ain't have no strength. Okay, go back to where you were at. You was in Maccabees. 3:45, right?
Yeah, we're back there.
Yeah. Read that again.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 45. Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. There was none of her children that went in or out. The sanctuary also was trodden down, and aliens kept the stronghold.
So the aliens kept the stronghold, so you got to go back to Lamentations 5:1 down that we were reading because of the aliens. We're looking for these aliens, read.
Lamentations chapter 5, verse 1. Remember, O Most High, what is come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers, read.
Our houses to aliens.
Our houses to aliens, see? They the aliens. Because who's occupying our lands? Of Israel and over here in America. They are. No matter how you look at it, the Arabs more powerful than the Edomites? Because people talking about the Arabs are Edomites. Come on. You mean to tell me the Arabs have more power than the Edomites? They got nuclear power, man. They looking at, hey, anybody that's trying to get nuclear power, they monitoring them. Oh no, you can't have that. They determining who can have whatever. Let's make it clear. 2 Ezra 6 and 9.
Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
That's right. See, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So Esau have to be ruling when? The end of the world. And Jacob's the beginning of it that follows. First Maccabees, let's go into it. First Maccabees, the 4th chapter. It's going to be a lot of reading. We're going to just read down. This is the memorial of the feast of the dedication. First Maccabees, the 4th chapter. So you can write that in your scriptures. This is the Holy Convocation, where we're going into how this came about. Well, let's start verse 1.
First Maccabees chapter 4.
You want to read something out? You want to read something? First Maccabees 1 and 4. Yeah, 4. First Maccabees 4, 1 down, 40. On page 118, of those that have the Cambridge University Press or the Red Apocrypha, it's on page 118. Let's read.
First Maccabees chapter 4, verse 1. Then took Gorgias 5,000. Georgius, Slakia. Then took Georgius 5,000 footmen and 1,000 of the best horsemen, and removed out of the camp by night, to the end he might rush in upon the camp of the Jews and smite them suddenly. And the men of the fortress were his guides.
Right. So he's trying to ambush us. Read on.
Now, when Judas heard thereof, he himself removed, and the valiant men with him, that he might smite the king's army, which was at Emmaus. While as yet the forces were dispersed from the camp. And in the mean season came Georgius by night into the camp of Judas, and when he found no man there, he sought them in the mountains. For said he, these fellows flee from us. But as soon as it was day, Judas showed himself in the plain with 3,000 men, who nevertheless had neither armor nor swords to their minds.
Right. So Judas had 3,000 men to fight against the army. Read.
And they saw the camp of the heathen, that it was strong and well harnessed, and compassed round about with horsemen. And these were expert of war.
Right. They're looking at these men, they're looking out from that mountain, looking down at them and saying, wow, these men are expert of war. Read.
Then said Judas to the men that were with him, fear ye not their multitude.
So don't fear their multitude. Don't fear about the number of them that you see. Don't be concerned about that. Go ahead.
Neither be ye afraid of their assault.
Don't be afraid of their assault. Come on.
Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea.
You see, this is what we got to remember too. Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea. Read.
When Pharaoh pursued them with an army.
When Pharaoh pursued us with an army, the Most High opened up the Red Sea and let us go across dry ground and then close the sea upon Pharaoh's army. And those chariots are in a museum in Cairo, Egypt, right today. So that is real. Read.
Now therefore, let us cry unto heaven, if peradventure the Most High will have mercy upon us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and destroy this host before our face this day.
That's right, man. You gotta cry unto the Most High, man. It's the only time the Most High delivered us. I mean, when you read, you can write this down in Numbers 10 and 10. I mean, not Judges 10 and 10. Down. That's the solution, man. That's the only time the Most High had pity on us. And it tells you over and over again, we cry to the Most High. That's why I say, get a relationship with him now, because he say when you cry to him, you don't, all you that don't want to call on him, don't want to listen, when you cry on him, he say he's going to laugh at you. He tells you that. I'm going to laugh at you, I'm going to mock you. Because when I tried to reach you, you didn't want to hear. You try and find some other way. Besides the way that he's bringing it to us, through men. Men I call, he said. So he's bringing it to us. It's just a matter of how we're going to listen and apply it in our life. Read.
Verse 11. That so all the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel.
That's right. All the heathen may know that there's one, that's the Most High, who delivereth and saveth Israel. Read.
Then the strangers lifted up their eyes and saw them coming over against them. Wherefore they went out of the camp to battle. But they that were with Judas sounded their trumpets. So they joined battle, and the heathen being discomfited fled into the plain.
That's right, man. They went into war, to the war mode. And the heathen being discomfited, he fled into the plain. Read.
Howbeit, all the hindmost of them were slain with the sword, for they pursued them unto Gezerah and unto the plains of Idumea.
This is between 169 BC and 163 BC, something of that nature. You read.
Howbeit all the hindmost of them were slain with the sword, for they pursued them unto Gezerah and unto the plains of Idumea and and Izotus and Jameah, so that there were slain of them upon it 3,000 men. This done, Judas returned again with his host from pursuing them, and said to the people, Be not greedy of the spoils.
See, don't take the spoils, read.
Inasmuch as there is a battle before us.
Because we got a war. We got to continue to fight. Don't worry about what you're going to get from these men we have killed. We got a battle to fight, read.
And Georgius and his hosts are here by us in the mountain. But stand ye now against our enemies and overcome them, and after this ye may boldly take the spoils. Right.
Let's kill our enemies, then you can take whatever it is you can take off of those that you have slain. That was the way war was. You kill the men, and you take whatever they have. The men went out. We went out in great apparel, man. We didn't go to war, man, with no burlap and all that stuff on. We put our best garments on to go to war. Read.
Verse 19. As Judas was yet speaking these words, there appeared a part of them looking out of the mountain, who when they perceived that the Jews had put their host to flight and were burning the tents, for the smoke that was seen declared what was done. When therefore they perceived these things, they were sore afraid, and seeing also the host of Judas in the plain, ready to fight, they fled everyone into the land of strangers. Then Judas returned to spoil the tents, where they got much gold and silver and blue silk and purple of the sea and great riches. After this they went home and sung a song of thanksgiving and praised the Most High in heaven, because it is good, because his mercy endureth forever.
Right.
That's